Walk it for me. Keep it spread out. Keep it spread out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, just walk it for me. Just stay in the crosswalk for me.
clockwise formation, you add or amplify energy.
Get your cell phone out. You got a cell phone, get your cell phone out and go live. If you have a cell phone, get your cell phone out and go live. If you have a cell phone, get your cell phone out and go live. If you have a cell phone, get your cell phone out and go live. If you have a cell phone, get your cell phone out and go live. If you have a cell phone, get your cell phone. What charges are we being arrested under? What are we being arrested for? What are we being arrested for? What is he being arrested for? What cause is he being arrested for? What cause is he being arrested for? What cause is he being arrested for? What is he being arrested for? Go ahead. Go ahead. I hope you know that, man. I hope you know that.
But just please keep this.
What's he being arrested for? Under what cause is he being arrested for? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all fucked. Y'all are fucked. Oh, y'all are fucked. Yo, what is that? Yo. What's he being arrested for? What's he being arrested for? What cause is he being arrested for? Y'all fucked. I hope you know that, man. You got in your lap with this. What's he being arrested for? What's he being arrested for? We'll find out tomorrow. You think that gonna hold up in the court of law?
Under arrest, you return.
Now what they getting arrested for? Okay, that's all on film. Look, okay, you gonna let them do that to us? You gonna let them do that to us? You gonna let them do that to us, black man? You gonna let them do that to us, black man? You gonna let this cock looking ass, racist ass guy do that? Okay? You know it's not gonna go how you want it. You know, you say having impunity, you know it's not gonna go how you want it. You know it's not gonna go how you want it, bro. You know it's not gonna go how you want it.
Do not kick that officer anymore. Do not kick that officer.
All right, what they getting arrested for? What cause are they being arrested for?
Why are you holding my arms so far up?
What cause are they being arrested for? What are they being arrested for? What are they being arrested for? What are they being, okay, what they being arrested for? What are they being arrested for? What are they being arrested for? So you're not gonna give them, did y'all read them their rights? Did they rights get read to them? What they get arrested for? Okay, you gonna arrest, they gonna arrest me too. Film me. Make sure you film me. What cause I'm being arrested for? What am I being arrested for? What am I being arrested for? For what? For what? Disorderly mob action, man. Okay. This gonna hold up in court? This gonna hold up in court? This is the Rockford Police Department. This is the Winnebago County Sheriff Department. Multiple of them have excessive force lawsuits in the past. They have beat people, tased people unlawfully. These people will be held up into the world. This will be an example of what happens when you let police officers who are racist, white nationalists, white supremacists, prejudiced, biased, unrefrained, unhumane people, police. Ooh, this is not gonna go how you want it to. Ooh, what's my man, Chico man? Mob action, who I use mob action on? Who did I do mob action on? Who did I do, you know why they arrested me? They got suspected. They trying to arrest me to make sure I'm not there for that. I'm a political prisoner. What charges am I being arrested under? What have I done wrong? What did I do wrong? Have my rights been read to me? My rights was not read to me. Mob action, who did I use mob action on? Who did I use mob action on? Exactly, I know that's what sport for. Jesus, it's that Gomez. He is trying to arrest people unlawfully. Unlawful arrest. The Winnebago County Sheriff is full of officers who have no restraint. I was put in class multiple times. They have a history of excessive force lawsuits in their past. I promise you, this is political prisoner. I'm a political prisoner, and these officers will pay the full price. Trust me. Do not let that mouth any further than this. Here.
to arrest you for breaking my vehicle. We got witnesses.
Oh, yeah, because you ran into me.
He's a person.
Oh, you
He's
sure
a
did.
pedestrian. I don't know if you've ever heard of pedestrians' rights.
You hit her with your vehicle, so what did you
Yeah,
expect her
I don't know. I don't know why that would be a problem if you're driving reckless.
Y'all really just arrested whoever the fuck you are?
like a lot?
I'm trying to get eyes on everybody else.
Everyone who was walking in the circle, they tried to grab.
Stand back, stand back, stand back, stand back.
Hey,
Stand back.
if you don't back up, you'll be under arrest, okay? If you don't back up, you're going to be under arrest.
Fucking wow!
Hey,
Fucking wow!
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Stop resisting!
Fucking touch
Put your hands
her!
behind your back! Stop resisting!
Fucking touch her, you pieces of shit!
Put your hands behind your back! Stop
Fuck you all! Fuck you!
resisting! Put your hands
Fucking
behind your back!
pig!
Back up. Back
You
up.
fucking pig!
Hands behind your back! Stop resisting!
Yeah, we don't care if you guys film. Just give us some minutes. That's all. We don't allow you guys harmfully. All right.
That girl has been told 20 times to stay out of here. A peaceful protest ended up with like 8 different directions for walking in the circle within a pedestrian walk.
Do you guys have someone you can call? You got this? We got it. I'm a 63-year-old virgin.
Not at all. Don't want to get in my face and yell, back up. You saw me backing up. No, at all. Other than the attorney, why are you arrested? Not a single person was told why they're being arrested. No right to plan, no one was told. You got that stern, serious face like that. What you got? Walking in the crosswalk.
There was a peaceful protest down at the city market area in the middle of
You guys should really wear your mask.
a little, they were making a little circle, walking a circle during in the crosswalk. And the sheriff's department came in along with the Rockford Police Department. I recognized some of the officers there that they just took down a bunch of people. They've arrested, a mass arrest. I have there's a young phone I have. I don't know her name.
That's what happened when you left the court. They just did it.
I have her phone. These people are unbelievable. Completely unbelievable.
I'm alive.
This is really gonna look good for O'Shea.
There's a mother and daughter that was just taken down. This guy here,
Fuck this ugly ass motherfucker. You look like you got stuck in an acid bath. It's all good, Scott. You still remember me. You did good. It'll change your life around. That's good, man.
Tuning into Facebook Live right now. I'm Kristen Crowley coming to you live from downtown Rockford where multiple protesters have been arrested. We are going to be breaking into about the last 10 minutes or so. As you can see, a number of officers out here, more than a few are again continuing to follow this story. City Market was supposed to be happening today.
So there are people that are being taken downtown right now for mob action. Are anybody who knows? Is it a turncoat or is that a fatal because there are at least 10 people that are going to be at least 10. I watched it with my own two eyes. I have some of them on my phone. I was as soon as I can. I put it in my phone. Leslie Roll has been arrested. Leslie Clark has been arrested for mob action.
Mob action. That was no different than every other week.
The rest of everybody else is gone. These are your culprits, ladies and gentlemen. These are the beautiful boys. Check.
Front and center. You're going to be mean.
Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Yep.
Casey, can you grab the stand?
It's working. It's working again. Is it? It's working. Very good.
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do they got me? Check. How many? When I'm just go ahead and do that to me. Well, good evening, James. Kristen Crowley coming to you live here from downtown Rockford in our City Market Pavilion. You can see a number of officers standing here right now. This is all that remains of what was a protest that erupted in kind of a little bit of chaos today. Those protesters, many of them arrested. I counted at least 6 protesters who were taken away by Rockford Police and Winnebago County Sheriff's officials and loaded into the cars. If you're looking over at that police van right there, there are multiple people who were arrested who are in that van currently right now. At least 3 people taken away in that van. So what happened was the protesters were circling around on East State Street, continuing their protest like they've done many Friday nights. And then what seemingly happened is something broke out and the police started arresting protesters. So there were multiple people who were taken into custody at that point. We saw them taken down underneath the pavilion and then taken into Rockford Police City squad cars and those vans that you see here behind me as well. All the while, some of the protesters fighting and arguing with officers, saying they had no right to detain them and that they were violating their civil rights and their First Amendment rights as well. So you see multiple officers standing here. I did ask Rockford Police if anybody would be out here to speak with us about what happened here today. They said that somebody would be over here momentarily, but as of right now, we have not talked to any sergeant, lieutenant, or anybody in charge. There are still several protesters who are here who were not arrested, who are demanding that some of the protesters who have been arrested be released. So still very tense out here today, but a very large police presence here saying they're trying to keep calm. Now, you may remember that there is supposed to be Rockford City Market happening right now. It happens every Friday in the summers under City Market Pavilion here. That event was canceled preemptively because of planned protests here tonight. The organizers of City Market said they were getting increasingly worried about what they said were protesters becoming more violent and agitating more people. So they canceled out of precaution, but the protesters came anyway. There was about more than a dozen or so here who were rallying around on East State Street, Market and Water Streets, stopping traffic and blocking people from going by. I talked with some people who were in line who said they didn't know this was happening and they were stuck for a few minutes and weren't sure when they were going to be able to get through on East State Street. And it was right around that point where I was speaking with those drivers that I started to hear a bit of a commotion, and that's when officers started arresting people who were protesting here. So again, I want to give you another look over here about all the officers that are standing by. As of right now, the charges, we heard multiple officers say stop resisting. So I do believe some resisting arrest charges are going to be brought against some of the protesters. The question is, what are the initial charges that they would have had? And we're going to try and find that out tonight from police, because we are waiting to hear from them about what started all of this, where officers started arresting the protesters. Was there any kind of fight? Was there anything thrown or anything like that? I myself personally, when I was down here, I didn't see anything that led to it. All of a sudden there was a commotion and then officers were arresting protesters. We have been told to back up multiple times from police, so they kind of set a perimeter out here just outside the pavilion. And you can see again multiple officers who were just standing by their cars, keeping an eye on things, because there are still quite a decent crowd here, not nearly as many as there were a few moments ago. So again, to recap, if you're just joining us, a protest here in downtown Rockford resulted in multiple protesters arrested. Those protesters still behind me inside police squad cars and police vans. We're trying to find out what the charges are exactly for those protesters. Again, I'll get out of the way. We do have video of one of the spokespeople of this protest who was arrested, and he was calling out saying that he expected to be arrested. He knew this was going to happen as officers continue to detain him. He is one of the people who is in that police van that was standing there behind me. And Leslie has been a member of the protest here for quite some time, since very early in the beginning with Rockford Youth Abolitionists. So we are going to continue to bring you updates about this. Again, things have pretty much calmed down at this moment because there's not a lot of protesters left. Many of them have been arrested here in Rockford. Police standing by. We are waiting to hear more details from officials about charges and exactly what transpired that led to the arrests of these protesters here tonight in downtown Rockford. For now, reporting live in downtown Rockford, I'm Kristen Crowley. Back to you.
Clear.
All right, thank you.
The only way.
I know.
I was trying to
Well, and he showed me, and I was like, their Twitter notes came up, and I was like, yep.
Well, I was trying to get like. At first, I was trying to tell you like there's video, so I should be like big. Like she has no idea. So I was like, I don't have.
No, that was good. That was a good idea.
That's a really good idea. And Leslie being, that's a, I wanted to say that, but
Also, I didn't have you until just now.
oh, yeah.
Because Tibo was here.
And,
Oh, really? Hey, I just realized there's an idiot for hanging up on you. I mean, if I don't see Facebook Live is live.
Okay. Hey, Sam. Facebook Live is live. If you're joining us on Facebook Live, I'm Kristen Crowley. We're going to continue to bring you updates here about the protesters who were arrested here in downtown Rockford following their protest out there on East State Street, just near where City Market usually is on Fridays. That market preemptively canceled tonight out of preparation of these protesters who were set to come here today. So I'll get out of the way so you can continue to watch what's happening. A number of people out here watching what has just unfolded, which was quite tumultuous over the last half hour or so. There were protesters who were arrested and loaded into Rockford police vans, Winnebago County Sheriff's cars, And so what we're trying to figure out now is exactly what charges those people face and what exactly they were arrested for. We are trying to talk with a sergeant or a lieutenant or even the chief of police about what transpired here tonight. As we continue to wait for more information on that, we can tell you what we saw ourselves. More than half a dozen protesters were arrested. Police multiple times were heard yelling, "Stop resisting." We did see multiple protesters start to fight those arrests and protest them and say that they didn't deserve to be arrested. See one of the police squad cars now, or the police vans, pulling away that has multiple protesters inside it, including a man named Leslie, who has been one of the leaders of this movement since it began. Leslie has told us multiple times he continues to protest because he wants justice for charges that protesters from May 30th were handed down. You may remember that night near Police District 1 headquarters. That night turned violent as well and ended with multiple arrests. Rockford police say 10 people were arrested and charged that night. So this group continues to fight those charges, saying that they were unwarranted, that their civil rights were violated, and that police crossed a line. So that is the first van with suspects arrested that we've seen leave here since the arrests began. I see a Rockford police van that still has its doors open. There still are protesters under arrest inside that van, and then there was another squad car that had some protesters loaded in it as well. So we are continuing to follow this. Police have asked us to move multiple times for safety reasons. So we have stood back and tried to get some more information again about what exactly is happening. We will continue to stream this on Facebook Live so you can follow up to the minute what is happening out here in downtown Rockford. Again, multiple protesters arrested tonight by Rockford police and Winnebago County Sheriff's deputies. We will keep you posted as the night progresses.